Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
In fact, we're following two breaking stories here at home and abroad. 100 animals rescued from an unsanitary Oakland County home. 100, though some did not make it. We'll have a live report coming up.
But we begin tonight in Afghanistan, where the Pentagon is confirming a dozen U.S. service members have been killed in attacks near the Kabul airport. We are expecting President Biden to speak really at any moment on this situation. And of course, when he does start that news conference, we will interrupt our local broadcast and bring that to you live.
But here is what we know as we arrive at the 5 o'clock hour. 12 U.S. service members were killed. That's 11 Marines and 1 Navy medic. 15 others were wounded. The U.S., that's just the Americans, though. The U.S. says the 2 explosions were carried out by ISIS fighters. We also know that there were many Afghani citizens who were also killed or wounded in the attack. 2 of them taking place as people have been trying to arrive at the Hamid Karzai airport in Kabul, trying to leave. It has been a chaotic scene that we have reported for some time. Tracy Potts in Washington with the latest breaking developments.
Devin and Karen, this was tragic, but not altogether a surprise. There was intelligence that something might be imminent. Americans had been warned to stay away from the roads leading to the airport. And today, the military is confirming that 12 service members were killed and 15 wounded. Chaos in Afghanistan's capital today after what the Pentagon calls a complex and heinous attack. A spokesman confirms a number of U.S. service members were killed and more wounded, along with Afghan civilians, in an explosion at the Abbey Gate, south of Kabul's international airport. Another blast erupted at a nearby hotel frequented by Westerners. The effort to get Americans and Afghan allies out in the next 5 days, now even more dangerous.
Let me be clear. While we're saddened by the loss of life, both U.S. and Afghan, we're continuing to execute the mission.
President Biden briefed as the attack unfolded during his national security meeting, his biggest crisis yet. The U.S. suspects ISIS-K terrorists and enemies of the Taliban now in charge.
These are fanatical, ideological, and murderous individuals who are trying to lash out at what they see as the Western influences in their area and will attack whomever stands in their way. As
more Afghan refugees arrive in Europe and Washington, options are waning to safely extract the 1,500 or so Americans left. The latest violence fuels growing skepticism that the U.S. can exit by August 31st.
We cannot leave a single American that wants to leave in Afghanistan, so I would extend as long as necessary.
Tear gas used to clear crowds before today's explosions. Crowds of Americans and Afghan citizens desperately trying to escape. And reaction from Capitol Hill. Senator Lindsey Graham says the U.S. should consider retaking Bagram Air Base. He says abandoning that base was the Biden administration's biggest mistake. I'm Tracy Potts, Local 4.
All right, Tracy. So again, we are waiting on the president to speak from the White House. Should we expect that to happen here at just about any moment? We have had a briefing this afternoon from the Pentagon. Nothing yet from President Biden, but we will expect that to come shortly.
Breaking here at home, animal control officers rescue 100 animals living in unsanitary conditions at an Independence Township home.
More than a dozen of them have died. We bring in Larry Spruill live at the Oakland County Animal Shelter. Larry.
Good evening, Devin and Karen. All of those animals were brought here to the animal shelter here in Oakland County. We're talking about cats, dogs, rabbits, and even a lizard. Animal leaders say what started off as an animal rescue mission, the owner quickly lost control. Our cameras are getting an inside look at 100 animals, give or take, rescued from a home in Independence Township this week. Patrick Fanning with Oakland County Animal Shelter says they got a call on Tuesday for a welfare check at the home when they discovered this.
We ended up taking in a total of 100 animals. 82 of them were cats. There were 4 rabbits, 8 ferrets, and 5 dogs, as well as a bearded dragon, which is a type of lizard.
Fanning says the living conditions inside the home were just terrible. It was hot and dirty.
It was hotter inside the house than it was outside of the house. And so a lot of the animals were really in dire straits because of that, but they were also in very unsanitary conditions.
Unfortunately, not all of the animals did survive.
Unfortunately, several of the cats we found there at the home were already deceased. 2 of them also died in transit here to the shelter. Our veterinary staff had to euthanize some of them, and we've also had some die overnight here.
And the case is now under investigation, and the prosecutor's office is reviewing and considering possible criminal charges. We are live in Oakland County tonight. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
All right, Larry. Now, new information in a hit-and-run crash that killed a 4-year-old boy in Detroit.
Police say the driver hit that child, then carried him to a nearby gas station, then took off. This all unfolded last night at the Sunoco gas station near 7 Mile and Hoover. Victor Williams is there right now. And Victor, I understand you spent the day talking to customers about this.
Yes, that's right. Even though the person involved in the hit-and-run death of this 4-year-old turned themselves into police overnight, some are still mourning the death of this child that took place right in this very same spot.
It's a sad day here at this gas station.
Customers at the Sunoco on 7 Mile still can't believe a 4-year-old was accidentally killed by a driver right in front of the building's doors.
It could have been your child, my child, his child.
We're told by police he was inside this packed store with several other minor siblings around 7:30 p.m. when at some point the 4-year-old runs out of the store unattended.
Really, at nighttime, you come up in with gas or something like this, you want to take hold of your child's hand.
It appears as if someone calls the child back into the store almost as soon as he runs in front of the parked pickup truck. That's when the vehicle speeds off, running over the little boy in the worst way. The child is way too small for the driver to see him in a very high truck.
You feel you run over something, you want to stop and see what's going on.
That's exactly what police say the driver did. This photo was taken showing him holding the little boy as he tried to get help. But the sad part is that he left the scene right afterwards.
Never leave the scene. Stay there till the police come. Yeah. You know, at least they'll say, hey, he feel kind of remorse he didn't leave. So it was an accident. Yeah. You know, and I have to suffer whatever consequence I get.
That's our Victor Williams reporting. Yes, a horrendous story. Yeah.
Well, shift gears a little bit and talk about the weather. Very hot, very humid out there.
As promised, and maybe going to be seeing some pop-up storms out there now, Andrew.
That's right, Karen and Devin. And those pop-up storms and showers, few and far between. And what we have seen since you joined us first at 4, they've been diminishing, and mainly here in Lenawee County. You can see that right here on Storm Tracker 4. A couple of thunderstorms over in Hillsdale County, but the larger group of thunderstorms that were much bigger around Adrian have now diminished into some light and moderate showers. Now, it's still hot and humid everywhere, of course. Temperatures up to 91 degrees last hour. Now it's 90 degrees here at 5 o'clock here at Metro Airport. 91 for our friends in Mount Clemens. And those heat indices soaring once again. It feels like 108 over in Macomb County. So whatever you do, if it's going to be outdoors, make sure you stay hydrated, cool, and healthy because the heat remains on through this evening. There might be 1 or 2 more isolated storms between now and 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, but they diminish and it remains warm with temperatures in the 70s later tonight. More on the rest of your forecast in minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. He calls it discouraging. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan reacting to the raid on City Hall that targeted 2 city council members.
That comes amid reports the investigation is connected to towing in the city. Defender Sean Lay following the story. Sean, the mayor says, though, while the feds investigate, that the city has to step up, too.
And he says the city is doing just that right now. The mayor's saying today the city can clean up this towing situation where he says so much money changes hands. However, sources telling me tonight these investigations go much deeper than that.
But it's certainly discouraging for the people of the city of Detroit. It's never good when the feds are delivering search warrants.
Mayor Duggan late today says it is discouraging that the FBI is now investigating the mayor's top 3 allies on Detroit City Council in a corruption probe. The FBI serving search warrants on the homes of Councilmember Janae Ayers and Scott Benson Wednesday. Duggan says the FBI has not briefed him, but Duggan pointed to an ongoing corruption issue involving tow companies, stolen cars, city officials, and a lot of money in that system changing hands.
The amounts of money that are involved are just breeding potential for abuse.
Sources say the FBI is interested in a massive city contract awarded last year. Investigators are following the money if bribes were handed out for votes. And another investigation involving zoning and billboards. Councilmember Andre Spivey has already been charged with conspiracy to commit bribery.
This just isn't good for the city.
Back here live, talking about towing contracts, people doing towing business in the city, and then money quickly changing hands. The mayor said he tapped James White in 2016 to start unraveling and fixing this issue. He says he got 3 points in. He's met with Chief White today to get a 4th point in to finally clean up the entire towing situation that Devin and Karen has gotten a lot of local politicians involved in that situation. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
Sure has. All right, Sean. We've got much more to come here on Local 4 News at 5.
Including our look at the life and legacy of Aaliyah.
Gone, but not forgotten.
You know, I know her spirit is doing something right now because she's the kind of spirit that will last forever.
Coming up, we talk with Detroiters who knew R&B star Aaliyah.
The fans are amazing. It's all about them.
As we look at the legacy she left behind. Coming up.
And why this fiery wreck on I-75 back in July could have a big impact on your weekend. Grant.
A mask mandate goes into effect here at Round Elementary in Heartland. Coming up, hundreds of kids in quarantine, dozens of cases, what the superintendent and what parents are saying about this brand new mandate.